I need to be honest with you. Now, ciao.
The Colosseum.
I'm going to be heading off to Italy with work for the next 5 days. During this time, I really want to explore elements of recovery that I haven't really addressed properly. So I need to be honest with you and say that, yeah, for the past few years, I've been counting calories like a robot every day, and have even developed the most complicated spreadsheets in order to track everything. I want to change that. Having done these YouTube videos and being in a better place mentally, I feel that I'm in a position to be able to challenge that. Seeing as this is going to be my last business trip with my company in Europe, I want it to be a good one essentially. And I'm going to be eating intuitively, i.e. not counting calories, eating until I'm full. I'm going to be trying new foods. I'm going to be going to different restaurants, many of which won't have calories on their menu, which it's always been a very difficult thing for me to overcome. I'm in Heathrow right now, heading onto the plane to go to Turin first, followed by a brief stint in Milan, and then the rest of the week will be spent in Rome. 90% of my time will be spent working, but for that 10%, I'll bring you guys with me. I really hope you enjoy this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also please like and share this video. And we've got a Wagamama right behind me. I know, not Italian, not even Japanese really, but it's still delicious. So, since the music is quite loud in here, there's not going to be much speaking, but I've ordered the miso glazed cod ramen and looking forward to it. Within minutes, I had a big old bowl of ramen and I was a happy man. Some veg, and the fish was perfectly cooked, absolutely glistening. And the soup, very tasty, not overly spicy, just right. The noodles were piping hot though. I mean, I nearly burned the roof of my mouth off. Still going in for seconds though. And there we have it, an empty bowl of ramen, nom. Now, it may not be authentic Japanese food, but it does deliver some tasty ramen. It's a good 8 out of 10 there. Now, I've got about 20 minutes to get to my gate, so let's get on over there and get on the plane. So, we got to Italy okay. All I had on the plane was a couple of packets of crisps that they gave for free. I didn't realise that we were going to be as late as we were. The next thing that I need to do is order some dinner. I'm not going to go outside, it's raining at the moment. I have Uber Eats on my phone, so I'm going to look for some good pizza, order it in. The order's in, and this order has made me realise how anxious I still am about trying to eat intuitively. But this week is the week that I make the big changes in my life. No more, I'm really done. And next week when I move to the US, I want to be in a much better mental position than I am now. I want to be in a position where I can really start to enjoy food. I'm ordering the exact pizza that I wanted, which is a Burrata pizza with Parma ham. Ordinarily, I would never go near Burrata. I've had it once before and it was the most delicious thing that I've had on a pizza, but it's far too much cheese and I was always too scared of it. I promise you, and more importantly, I promise myself, that this is the week that I learn that intuitive eating is the way to move forwards. So in the interest of being completely open and transparent, this is what I'd be doing in a typical day. I'd have a spreadsheet here with a simple sum that basically says to sum whatever in that column. And then, you know, I might put ramen. I might put ice cream. Hell, I might even put Coke Zero in there. I'd add these all up. And then that's the calories that I'm at. The pizza has arrived. I'm also in my socks, so let's go inside. Now the first thing I've noticed is this isn't what I ordered. This is a calzone and I ordered the pizza. In the past, my eating disorder would have gone crazy right now. I would have refused to eat this actually, but we're in recovery. And even though it's not exactly what I ordered, I'm sure it will taste just fine. There we go. Oh wow, so it is literally just a folded pizza. So let's cut into this beauty and then we can start to enjoy it. There we have it, the first bite. Look at that creamy burrata cheese with the prosciutto. It's gonna be, oh, beautiful. The Italians know how to make great food. This may not be what I've ordered, but I'm glad I got it. Bring you in for another bite. It's got every piece there. This is so good. So this knife and fork, it's not quite doing it for me. I'm gonna go hands on. Now chow. This is how you eat a calzone. So I had to resort back to the knife and fork because it was getting too messy. I wanted to show you this beautiful cross section here. You got some San Marzano tomatoes, the burrata, the prosciutto and the rocket all together. And this dough is just so light. It's absolutely wonderful. That was absolutely beautiful. So long day, but a really successful dinner. And in a way, I'm glad that they got my order wrong. Number one, it was incredibly tasty. But number two, it gave me a challenge that I wasn't quite expecting. But it's one that I was ready for. And it just goes to show that the anxiety behind a challenge is so much worse than the challenge itself. If you can get over that anxiety, you'll almost feel underwhelmed by the challenge. I'm going to end tonight on something that's slightly sweet. It is a grenade protein bar. It's the peanut butter and jelly protein bar. I've been wanting to try this for ages. I found it in the airport today. I'm going to give this a quick try, let you know how it is, and then I'm going to go to bed. Looks very tasty. Let's give it a bite. This is brilliant. You've got the crunchy peanuts in it, and you've got this layer of jam that tastes very similar to a sweet that I used to have as a kid. And then you've got the actual protein bar itself underneath, which is very strongly peanutty flavoured. 9 out of 10. This is brilliant, actually. Really good. I'm going to finish the rest of this, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. So I had a great sleep last night. I mean, that bed, super comfy. Now the plan today is that this morning I've got some meetings here in Turin, and then I'm going to hop on a train around 10ish to get to Milan around lunchtime. I won't be able to bring you with me where I'm going in Turin because I'm going to be seeing clients, but then when I'm in Milan, we can then regroup for lunch. Last night, I don't think I ate enough. This intuitive eating thing is all new to me, you know, not recording things. It does give you some anxiety that you might be eating too much, so therefore you consume too little. The plan today is to dial it up and really face that fear that I have of consuming a bit more than my eating disorder has allowed me in the past. The meetings are done. I've just checked out from my hotel. I had a lovely coffee and cake with one of our clients. I obviously didn't film because it was work related. However, man, the coffee in this country, it's absolutely beautiful. And the cake, lovely. Plan now is my colleague and I, we're going to hop on a train to go to Milan. And then hopefully I'll have you join me for lunch. Made it to Milan. Now the client mentioned a couple of restaurants that we need to go and try. So we're going to head over there and go and get some food. I may not record much because I'm going to be with my colleague, but I'll at least show you what I got. We took a short walk from the train station and then hopped onto the subway to the restaurant called Salsamenteria de Parma. It was quite small but quite vibrant at the same time. The menu was as you'd come to expect from an Italian place. It had a lot of pasta dishes, some lovely looking second courses and some sweets. I fancied the pasta, so ordered this trio of ravioli with a butter sauce and parmesan topping. It had each and every one of their flavours. The first one was this ricotta stuffed one. It was absolutely delicious and the pasta was perfectly cooked. The second one was this truffle stuffed one, and oh, my favourite. The third one was a pumpkin stuffed one, and it was very, very fresh. But like I said, my favourite was this one, the truffle one. And as you can see, overall, I was very approving of this meal, and it was a strong 8 out of 10. The restaurant, very, very good. Now after our meeting, we had to basically run to the train station for the next train, which would take us all the way to Rome, 3.5 hours. But like I said, we were running late. Managed to just get there on time, as you can see from my face. But yeah, this train was quite comfy and we were given some snacks. I had the biscotti and a coffee. Quite tasty, lasted me the way there, but on to Rome. Wow, so that was a long train journey, nearly 3.5 hours. It's nearly 7:30. But the good news is that I made it to Rome all in one piece. My colleague has already taken the taxi to the hotel. I wanted to stretch my legs a little bit. The plan is to head towards the hotel, which is about a 15-minute walk in that direction. And it's very, very close to the Colosseum, which is quite cool. So I'm gonna check myself in and then we can go and find somewhere that I can go and get some dinner because I am starving. We made it. So I'm just going to quickly unpack and then head downstairs for dinner. I asked a couple of people downstairs where's good around here. They recommended a place called Pizzeria Luzzi, which is great for Roman style pizza, and I really want to try that. So get down there, get some pizza on my belly. Now, while I was on that train, it gave me a lot of time to reflect. This challenge is hard. Intuitive eating is difficult. It's completely alien to me. For years and years, I've been used to having a set number of calories every day that I could eat. I couldn't go beyond that. And I'd always be worried about having enough calories left at the end of the day for me to feel full. And that's why I'd always push my calories as late as possible. And it wasn't a way to live my life. And it made me think of someone in Rhodes Farm who would say that life is about living, not just surviving. And seeing as I'm going to have a completely new life in the US, I want to live that. I want to be happy. So I recognize that intuitive eating is going to be hard. But through trial and error, I will be able to overcome it. Yesterday, I ate a bit less than I should have done. I should have expected that. I've been so used to worried about overeating that I would undereat. It all starts with today. It all starts with this meal. Last voiceover from me today. We're heading into Pizzeria Luzzi. You can see it was quite modest and simple looking. They had a lovely wood-burning oven, and the menu too was quite stripped back and simple. I fancied the Brezziola pizza, which came with parmesan, rocket and tomatoes. As you can see here, the base looked wonderfully thin, and the toppings were massively abundant. Now, during this filming, I was actually feeling quite self-conscious because a couple people next to me were watching, but as you can see from my face, it didn't stop me from approving this pizza. Each and every mouthful is absolutely beautiful, and in this case I did try and get a bit of everything, but as you can see, that little bit of parmesan missed my mouth. However, I managed to get a bit of everything soon. Crust as well, beautiful. 8 out of 10. Highly recommend. So that was a lovely, lovely dinner. That pizza, mwah. Now after dinner I was looking for some dessert and was hoping for some gelato. Google Maps recommended somewhere. Went there, it was shut. I actually remember seeing on, I think it was Instagram, about Ferrero Rocher ice cream that you can just buy in supermarkets here. I went to the nearest supermarket and all they had were these ice creams in 4-packs. I wanted it, so I bought the entire 4-pack, as you can see here. I don't have a freezer in this room, so it looks like I'm going to be stuck with eating 4 of these things. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't eat a whole pack of ice creams. I'd try and balance it out somehow. But you know what? I actually quite fancied it. I was going to have a big pot of gelato anyway. Ice cream time. They actually look like mini Ferrero Rochers. This tastes just like a Ferrero Rocher. The chocolate, deliciously nutty. Yeah, you've got this hazelnut ice cream underneath. Awesome. So I've bitten the face off this ice cream, unfortunately, but you can see the little swirl it has. And it actually tastes quite chocolatey. That's number 1 down. So after eating that, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. It tastes wonderful. I don't know how I'm going to be after having 3 more. Number 2. Still very tasty. Now, I'm not saying that there's no voice in my head that's telling me to waste the food. There is. Every moment, my mind is telling me, you can take some of this off. They're not going to know. But the important thing is, the good voice in me is saying, oh no, that's not what I want anymore. Number 2, down. Nom nom nom. So good. Number 3, down. Down to the last one. You know what? My body isn't saying, no, 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 no more. And I think that's what intuitive eating means. It means eating what you want and your body feels good for it. My body was obviously needing sugar, fat. I've been depriving it of it for so long. When I finally let the floodgates open, this is what it wanted. Last one. Last bite. What a great end to the day. I'm really trying hard to fight this voice, and every day there's a new challenge. I'll see you guys tomorrow, where there'll be more sights and more food.